Breaking news. In the ruthless aggression era and beyond, John Cena was, and in some ways still is, the face of WWE. A superstar who transcended the sport, Cena is someone many consider to be the last of his kind, as few have lived up to his caliber in today's pro wrestling. This begs the question, why haven't we seen another Cena? Well, the answer is because Triple H allegedly doesn't want one. Vince Russo and Jonathan Coachman discussed the same on a recent episode of the Coach and Bro Show on Backstage Pass. In the episode, Russo shared something that Ryback had told him years ago. According to the big guy, Triple H claimed that there will never be another John Cena, and in Russo's opinion, that means that no wrestler will ever be bigger than WWE. Russo criticized this mindset later on in the episode, claiming that it goes totally against why people turn on the TV. After all, if you don't have stars like John Cena that are larger than life, why bother watching? Now, of course, there is no way of telling if Triple H really said this or not, but it is food for thought. Whether Triple H wants another John Cena or not remains to be seen. But if he intends on making another star on the roster, the next big thing, he better work fast. Why? Well, because the leader of the nation, who has been the epitome of the business for more than a decade, is hanging up his wrestling gear. In case you missed it, Cena revealed to the world that he is retiring in 2025. That's it. He's locking the door and throwing away the key, particularly when it comes to in-ring action. Fortunately, he does not plan on leaving his many fans abruptly, and has in fact planned a year-long retirement tour, one that starts in January 2025 and ends in December that same year. Now, one could argue that there are wrestlers of Cena's caliber already on the roster. After all, the likes of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are nothing to shrug at. However, the fact remains that there will never be another star like John Felix Anthony Cena. In the ever-evolving world of professional wrestling, WWE has seen its fair share of legendary superstars who have transcended the business and become household names. Among these giants of the industry, few have achieved the global fame, influence, and sustained success of John Cena. For over a decade, Cena was the face of WWE, a larger-than-life personality who carried the company through the highs and lows of the modern era. However, recent reports suggest that WWE's current head of creative, Paul "Triple H" Levesque, may not be interested in grooming another John Cena-like figure to lead the company. This decision, if true, marks a significant shift in WWE's philosophy, and for many fans and analysts, it could be a step in the wrong direction. Before delving into the potential impacts of Triple H's alleged stance, it's important to understand what John Cena represented for WWE. Cena debuted in 2002 during WWE's ruthless aggression era, and over time, he became the quintessential babyface, an all-American hero who never gave up, embodied hard work, and stood up for what was right. His catchphrases, such as "never give up" and "hustle," "loyalty," "respect," became mantras for his legion of fans, particularly younger audiences. Cena's dominance extended beyond the wrestling ring. His work ethic and charisma helped him cross over into mainstream entertainment, making him one of the most recognizable WWE superstars of all time. He starred in movies, hosted television shows, granted hundreds of wishes through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and even released a rap album. To say Cena was simply a wrestler would be an understatement. He was a global ambassador for WWE, for many years, its most marketable asset. WWE heavily relied on Cena to carry the brand through tough times, especially after the departure of other top stars like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cena's popularity with the younger audience, his consistent work as a top draw, and his tireless commitment to promoting the WWE brand made him invaluable. But despite his popularity, Cena's character and prolonged dominance on WWE programming also attracted a fair share of criticism. His character's consistency and lack of significant evolution over time made him polarizing, especially among older fans, who felt his constant victories stifled new talent. The infamous "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" chants became a staple of his matches, underscoring the division in the fanbase. Regardless of this polarization, Cena remained WWE's top guy for well over a decade, selling out arenas and moving massive amounts of merchandise. Triple H has been shaping WWE's creative direction since taking over the reins from Vince McMahon, and under his leadership, there has been a noticeable shift in how talent is presented. Gone are the days when one singular face of the company carried the brand for years on end, like Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, or John Cena. Triple H has focused more on building a diverse roster, emphasizing long-term storytelling, technical wrestling, and giving multiple superstars opportunities to shine. The notion that Triple H allegedly doesn't want another John Cena in WWE signals a departure from the traditional approach of having a single, all-encompassing franchise player. While this might sound like an admirable goal, spreading the wealth among more talent, creating more dynamic programming, it's not without potential drawbacks. WWE has always thrived on larger-than-life characters, and the absence of a clear-cut face of the company could weaken its overall identity. John Cena wasn't just a wrestler, he was a brand unto himself, and WWE's ability to market him to the mainstream, from talk shows to films, helped the company stay in the public eye. Without a figure of that magnitude, WWE risks losing a key part of what has made it so successful in the past: star power that transcends the wrestling world. There are several reasons why WWE's reluctance to build another John Cena could be a misstep. Here's why having a franchise player is still crucial for the company. In an era where professional wrestling competes with various forms of entertainment, having a global icon is critical to staying relevant. Cena, much like The Rock before him, became a household name because WWE positioned him as its top star and allowed him to branch out into mainstream ventures. The company needs someone with the star power to appear on late-night talk shows, represent the brand on red carpets, and draw casual fans who might not otherwise tune into WWE programming. Without a franchise player, WWE could struggle to gain mainstream attention, particularly at a time when the company is facing increased competition from other wrestling promotions, such as AEW, All Elite Wrestling, and other entertainment outlets like streaming services. One of the main benefits of having a top star like Cena is consistency. For over a decade, WWE fans knew who the top guy was, and the company could build its biggest storylines around him. This consistency gave WWE a foundation to build around, ensuring that no matter what else was happening on the card, there was always a major draw that fans could look forward to. Today's WWE product, while exciting in its unpredictability, lacks that same level of stability. With multiple superstars vying for the top spot and no clear face of the company, the product can feel disjointed at times. Having a central figure to rally around would give fans a touchstone to follow, helping to ground the product amid the chaos. John Cena was a merchandise machine. His brightly colored shirts, hats, and wristbands were a fixture at WWE events, particularly among younger fans. WWE undoubtedly benefited from Cena's marketability, and his merchandise sales were a significant part of the company's revenue. Having another larger-than-life figure who can appeal to a broad audience, especially kids, would help WWE continue to thrive financially. Without a marquee star, WWE's merchandise sales could take a hit, especially if there isn't a universally beloved figure driving those sales. Roman Reigns, while undeniably successful as a heel, doesn't have the same widespread appeal across all demographics that Cena had as a babyface.